Tito.
What's good, YouTube? The Barrios Blends back at it with another video. Let's get it started. So we got my boy Jerem in the chair. He's a good friend of mine. He's in the band with us, and you can tell he needs a haircut bad. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna give him a low taper. We're gonna blend in the beard, and you're gonna see in just a second that he don't have a hairline. Right there, look. He don't have a good hairline, so we're gonna resurrect this hairline, and we're gonna hook it up with some color enhancement. So we're gonna start out going with the 1.5 all the way closed around, all around with the grain, just to have a nice foundation for this low taper. And then when I get to the hairline area, I'm gonna go with the 1.5 open, just so I can be able to use the same pressure I am on the rest of the head without sacrificing too much of the length. Now we're gonna go with the 1 guard open, and I did that just so I can remove some of that bulk right before I go in with the trimmer for the first guideline. And for this first guideline, instead of doing like a straight line or rainbow, we're gonna do more like a circle shape. That way we can keep the C cup dark, or as dark as possible. Then we're gonna go with the blade open, and then we're gonna blend out that panel going middle, 1 notch open, and then all the way closed. And then while I'm there, I'm gonna go ahead and blend out the beard. So whatever guard I'm using, I'm gonna use the same guard for the beard. Because with the beard, all you're doing is it's the same system. You're just going the opposite direction. So if you're going up an inch with the 1 guard, you're gonna go down an inch on the beard. Now we're just flicking out that middle line with the half guard, and then with the blade open. So now we're doing the 2 guard. I did that just so I could start removing any little bulk, and it also helped me not to create such a big line, or a harsh line, excuse me. And so now we're gonna finish it off with the 1.5. We're gonna go all the way open, then middle, then close, and then we're gonna come back with the 1 guard to detail that line. Cleaning things up with the 1 guard open with the grain, and then we're gonna use that 1.5. Now the 1. And then for the back, he didn't want it faded out completely, so we're just gonna bring it down so we can put a nice crispy line on it. And then we're gonna get this other side down. Same steps. So right now, what I'm doing here, I'm applying some mousse to the head. Usually I'll do this for like wavers, and even on him, it's like I can low-key finesse waves out of his hair, because he, like, even though he doesn't brush or anything, I can still finesse waves, and you can still like see some kind of. But I'm mainly doing this on him just so I can get those hairs to lay down, especially right here in the front in the hairline area. And then you notice, there was some excess that got on the forehead, so I wiped it away. And so now we're gonna start resurrecting this hairline. And a big trick when you're dealing with hairlines like these, where it's like it's inconsistent, and there are light spots, dark spots, or cowlicks or anything. You just gotta take a close look and just see where the hair actually starts to grow, because that big light spot in the center, there's no hair that grows there. So hair everywhere else is lower, because there's hair that grows there, but that light spot, there's no hair that grows there. So that wouldn't be considered a pushback. And even with pushbacks, you can push somebody back, and then there's what we call a cosmetic or necessary pushback. Sometimes people don't have regular sized foreheads, so you gotta kind of make space for their forehead. You can't have it to where it's like the size of your thumb in between the hairline and the forehead. You just gotta have that balance. You just gotta know the difference. So he said he wanted it square in the back, so that's right. And then one thing about his hair, especially when you do the 1.5, it's very inconsistent. You can see a lot of hair sticking out, a lot of dark spots. You can see a lot of them. So I'll be constantly going over with a 1.5 or a 1, just to get those hairs to lay down, and just to get them to at least to the illusion of an even length. You know what I'm saying? Now we're just doing some detail work, some light detail work. Any little dark spots or lines that we see, we just retrace our steps, and we just trial and error. And so now I'm gonna apply the color enhancement. Now when you apply color enhancement, at least what I like to do, especially on hair textures like this, especially wavers, and especially people who don't have the strongest hairline, I'll apply the color with the airbrush first, applying a little bit at a time, just to make sure I'm not overspraying, overdoing. And then with the beard, sometimes what I'll do, like in this case, what I'm doing, I haven't gone in with the trimmer or the razor with the beard yet. So what I would do, I'll kind of create my line with the color enhancement and then follow that up with the trimmer and the razor. And you can see where that light spot was, the color enhancement is, doing very good in that area. See right there, sometimes it happens. Sometimes the airbrush will kind of spurt that color out, so it looks like a drop. And so what I would do, like, I would brush it out, try and fade it in, and if I can't get it to fade into the haircut, I'll just take some alcohol or some aftershave on a rag, and I will wipe it out, because that's what this color enhancement, it doesn't come out with water, or I should say the only time it'll come out with water is if you scrub, because this color enhancement is meant to be absorbed by the skin. So when you scratch it or scrub it, whether with water, with alcohol or anything, it's going to come out. But if you don't scrub it, it'll stay, and it lasts like 3 to 5 days, maybe even longer. I've seen it last 2 weeks. So now what we do, we've applied some hair fibers just to thicken up the hairline, and to, especially in that light spot, just to make it look like there's actual hair there. And then we added the Barber magic pencil. This is the tan color, and we did a light line all around the hairline, especially where we did the color enhancement. And so then what you do after that, you go with the trimmer, you push up to the hairline, and then you push down. And what that does, that smears the pencil. That way when you come back with the razor, it gives that ash effect. And then, because I put hair fibers on them, I'm going to spray it with some spritz. You can use hairspray, you can use spritz, any kind of hold. And then we're going to follow it up with the razor. You can tell my boy Jerm look completely different. And then we're gonna finish it off with the beard. We're gonna get underneath, and we're gonna freehand just a little bit. He wants to keep it natural. YouTube, this is the before. Look how rough he was looking. And then look at that after. YouTube, if you like the cut, like, comment, subscribe, push that notification bell. Follow me on Instagram at barrios.blends with the Z. I'll see y'all next time. Y'all stay fresh out there.